Have a nice day, everyone. This time, I will explain the Egyptian Civil Aviation Authority guide for the aircraft maintenance program. These are the sources: FAA, as we speak about before, and this is the EASA. You just take copy from this and this for EASA and FAA, and this is the Egyptian Civil Aviation guide here. We can go deeply and details in the guide of the civil aviation, the Egyptian Civil Aviation Guide. Okay. This guide requires operators to prepare and keep current maintenance program for each operating aircraft, not for the fleet, but every aircraft. Okay, this is the general information of the guide. After we review the manuals, operators must continuously review this manual to ensure they contain adequate contents and are compliant with applicable regulations and airworthiness data sources, and the sources MPD Maintenance Planning Data Manual, Maintenance Review Board Report, Airworthiness Limitation Items, Certificate Maintenance. This is 1 star and 2 stars, and certificate data sheet. The interval between the MPD or equivalent issuance data and updated maintenance program must not exceed 3 months. So you must revise your maintenance program according to the date of the maintenance planning data or MRB or updated, not exceed 3 months. The format and style of the manuals. Each page of the manual must include the most recent revision date. Preface page. The first page of the manual should be a perfect preface page containing a brief statement of the manual purpose and intended use. Revision control. Each manual should be easy to revise. Also, each manual should contain a revision control page from which the user can readily determine whether the manual is current. This page should preferably follow the preface page. The element of the style manuals. Whenever possible, short, common words should be used. When a word has more than one meaning, the most common must be used. The operators should standardize temperature whenever practical. Descriptions in the manual should not be overly complex and difficult, must be easy. Long and detailed sentence should be avoided. So we need short sentence and easy English. The operator should ensure that the manual contains and consists with the following. This is the Egyptian Civil Aviation, and this is the guides. Manufacturer documents, okay, maintenance manual, IBC, maintenance planning data, wiring diagram, structure repair manual, NDT, etc., etc. Airworthiness directives, Civil Aviation Authority type certificate. The manual is issued in English language and A4 paper size, okay, page format. Header contains the following. In the header of the page, the company name and to the left, the maintenance program at the middle, the airplane type to the right. In the footer, the revision number or the last date on the left, section number and or title in the middle, a page number to the right. Procedure for temporary revision issue and approved by the operator is in special cases. Mandatory items which have to be carried out within 4 months, language corrections, other accepted from the Egyptian Civil Aviation. Before we complete this explanation, I suggest you must to search about the Guide of Maintenance Program Manual in the local civil aviation, your local civil aviation authority. Maybe it has it's this guide. Okay, we return to this explanation. The maintenance of the airplane. This is for to operate an aircraft in Egypt. The manual contains the following. Section 0, forward. The chapter contains the following as applicable. This is the approval page from the local civil aviation, but here this is Egyptian civil aviation. List of effective page table contains page number, revision number, and or date, and must contain approval of chief inspector, okay, and civil aviation administrator. Revision highlights to clearly the revision items. Revision log. Transmitter letter contain at least reasons for the issue. Instructions for updating the manual. Approval by the company. Statement signed by the operator to the effect that the specified aeroplane or aircraft will be maintained according to the program. The program will be reviewed and updated annually or with any revision of any main source. Table of contents. Each manual should have a table of contents containing list of major topics with their respective page number. Section 1, Introduction. This chapter contains the following as applicable. Applicability, the airplanes or aircrafts for which this program issued serial number, registration mark, type or model, engine type, model, APU type or model, or propeller type model. Okay. Utilization rate of airplane or aircraft operation, at least flight hours per day, which means the daily utilization, and flight hours per cycle, which the ratio flight hours per cycle, or the sector time, average sector time. The references used for use and development this program were with revision number, revision date, such as the Local Civil Aviation Regulation, Maintenance Review Board Report, Airworthiness Limitation, Certificate Maintenance Release, Manuals, Maintenance Program, Maintenance Planning Data, Aircraft Maintenance Manual, Component Maintenance Manual, etc. Task Interval Framework, which contains the following definition of the measuring units used, such as flight hour, flight cycle, cycle, or day, months, year. Okay. Inspection intervals should be, if this is block, for this is block checks, because there are block checks and equalizing checks. This is block checks. A check, B check, C check, or phase. Okay. Structure inspection, I think it's 6 years and 12 years. Glossary description of special words or combination of words used. Abbreviations. In section 2, the maintenance checks, which I must put many times, long time for this section in the next videos. This chapter contains the following. Part 1, line check. It is required by Egyptian Civil Aviation. Okay. Perform pre-departure check or transit or after landing. There are some tasks for the line maintenance. Daily check, weekly check, serve check, ramp check, all check intervals. List of each check contains at least the following: item number, description, required maintenance action, reference for this manuals, technical support data, also this is references. Part 2, general requirements as a guide for preparation of this part. That part shall contain the tasks and the periods, intervals, frequencies, as which each part of aeroplane or aircraft, engine, APU, propeller, components, accessories, equipment, okay, and associated systems and installation should be inspected together with the type and degree of inspection. The period at which item as appropriate should be checked, cleaned, fabricated, replenished, adjusted, and tested. Details of specific structure inspection or sampling program when applicable. Details of corrosion control program, CBP, when applicable, CPCB, or aging program for old aircraft. Okay. It is not acceptable to put open items such as if installed, if required by vendor as engine maintenance manual. This section will cover the following requirement and the following sequence according to mandatory ADs, CMR, ALI, MRBR, MPD, others. This part contains the following general layout of the program, inspection matrix, describes the periods, the periodic inspections, intervals, and interval check task list, which will be done during each one. That may be done by a table with vertical columns for periodic inspections A1, A2, A3, etc. C1, C2, C2. Also, this is for the black book for the package check. This is package check, not equalizing check. Horizontal row for assigned check task list. Out of phase inspection cards. Out of phase means the tasks time between two major checks. If A1 at 600 flight hours and A2 at 1,200 hours. If a task is at 800 or 1,000 flight hours, this is between these. This is called out of phase. Okay? Sorry. Instructions or notes relate to the cards. Implementation period for any new card for operating aircraft. List of every check task list with description of list design with the details of every column contains at least the following: task number, description, threshold, intervals, reference of card, reference for airworthiness, zone and access, man-hour data. Man-hours mean man-hours and preparations and accessibility. The access man-hour, the preparation man-hour. Okay. Applicability for the program covers more than one aircraft. Special requirements RII, required inspection cards, AD. Section 3, time controls are life limited. Time controlled life limited, introduction to the explain, okay, the meaning of time controlled and action take. Definitions, like the same before, flight hours, landing cycles, year, months, day, time controlled items, a table, task number. I think this is also the same as section 2. Section 4 erroneous repetition, ALI. Also, this is part 1, this is part 2, part 3, part 4. Okay. Again, I will advise you to search about local civil aviation, your local civil aviation authority for the guidance of this manual, the aircraft maintenance program. Maybe you will find it. This videos just for help you to open some windows or some doors to begin or to start up this maintenance program for your aircraft and your fleet. Thank you very much. Again, I pleased you if the contents of this channel is useful for you, please subscribe in it and click the bell shape and goodbye.